This is the highway to 10K, a challenge where I try to make $10,000 online as fast as possible. There's this open secret for a while in the online reselling community that allowed hundreds of people to make tens of thousands of dollars with very little effort. And if you were in on the secret, then you had the opportunity to perform a money glitch, a money cheat code, whatever it is you want to call it. And it was simple and straightforward, consisting of only 5 steps. Because of this, Stanley 1913 probably lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because of one oversight in their fulfillment process. This is the story of how Stanley accidentally made resellers rich. Let's start from the beginning of the Stanley craze. As with any collectible or any item that's profitable, botters and resellers will try to get as many checkouts as possible, because the more items you buy, then the more money you can make. Naturally, the Stanley cups were no exception. Stanley's website is hosted on Shopify, one of the most popular e-commerce platforms. If you own a Shopify store, you have the option of setting up different fraud prevention measures. So for instance, if the billing information that a customer submits doesn't match their bank account, you can make it so that the order gets automatically canceled. And this is extremely helpful because this would help minimize any potential chargebacks, which is a huge pain in the butt for any business owner. And this is a safety measure that many stores implement. So if you're shopping on Stanley or any other Shopify store for that matter, if your order gets immediately canceled the moment you place it, that means something about your payment method or your billing information was flagged as a fraudulent checkout. Botters and resellers go through this all the time. We use several different addresses, hundreds of different credit card numbers so that we can bypass the one per household policies. So a very common experience going for some of these releases as a reseller is that you get a bunch of checkouts, a bunch of them ship out, a bunch of them get canceled. As we were buying these Stanley cups, this is what happened, business as usual, and there was nothing out of the ordinary yet. Now, any canceled orders would typically just have the charges fall off from your bank. You get refunded immediately, but as expected, you miss out on the profit that you could have made from the order that was canceled. So cancels are not good. Until we started to notice something unusual. Some of the canceled orders were starting to ship out. So if a reseller buys 30 cups, for example, 5 of them gets canceled and gets refunded, there's a possibility that they still get 30 cups, ultimately giving them 5 cups for free. Not all resellers got lucky, however. Sometimes they wouldn't ship out canceled orders, sometimes they would ship out canceled orders. However, one thing is for certain, when you play the numbers game and get tons and tons of checkouts and you also get a ton of cancels, then there's a higher likelihood that you get free Stanley cups. And that's why it was only online resellers that were able to benefit from this. The regular Joe Schmo shopping on their website probably wouldn't trip their fraud prevention system thing to begin with, and number 2, they would only buy like 1 or 2 things anyway. The chances of them getting a free cup on that one order is very unlikely. Now, most resellers just attributed this to a little bit of luck and just left it at that. Other resellers, however, let's just say they saw this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to print money. So there was a few who tried to figure out the exact mechanism to number 1, getting your order canceled, and number 2, getting this canceled order to ship out. And then repeat the process, infinite money glitch. My group Polar Chefs had a brief mention about this phenomenon, but it wasn't exactly something we pushed out and then we told members, hey, do this thing. And it's one of these things that, in my opinion, could lead to some catastrophic consequences depending on how badly you decide to abuse this. Like, imagine if they charge your credit card again at a later date. That would be pretty bad. This has happened before from a DoorDash price glitch.
Every single one, DoorDash. Bro, what
that you even spend $12,000
That was the biggest
on?
one. Bro, that was the biggest one. Look at this, 700, 5,000, 2K, 7K.
Although I don't believe they're actually able to do that with Shopify, but I wasn't taking that chance. For the record, I did not participate in any of these shenanigans, nor am I judging anyone that participated. I'm not condoning theft, but let me remind you that Stanley is a $750 million company. Them losing a couple of $100,000 is just a rounding error. It's less than 0.1%. I'm not claiming to have better morals or whatever over those that took advantage of this opportunity, because after all, someone can make the argument that taking advantage of price errors, which is something that I do on a regular basis, basis is no different. I was just buying a few Stanley Cups here and there whenever they released, and out of all of the Stanley Cups that I bought, I managed to get one for free. That's it. Again, not on purpose, but just as a consequence of their mistake. I actually got 5 more Stanley Cups for free, but that's a different story. Alright, so how are people actually able to abuse this? Let's go back to the 5 steps I spoke about earlier. Step 1, get access to a Shopify bot. If you don't have one, you can rent one out for just a few dollars. Step 2, set up a task for Stanley and make sure that the task has very low delays. This will make the checkout so fast that it should trigger Shopify's anti-fraud system. Step 3, try buying one product first with this setup. This is basically just a test to see if it gets canceled, and it should. Step 4, change the task to have a higher product quantity so that for each time you press this little play button, there's a chance that you get this canceled order to ship out, with each order containing anywhere from 10 to 50 cups, or however many cups you specify under quantity. So if you do these steps correctly with enough volume, you're going to be swimming in Stanley Cups. Step 5, sell the Stanley Cups for 100% profit. After all, you got them for free. You didn't pay anything for them. By the way, do not try this. Absolutely do not try this. It doesn't work anymore. So how did Stanley even end up in this mess? My guess is that there was some sort of bug in their fulfillment system where cancellations weren't always updated. In Shopify's order page, it's really good. It clearly spells out which items should be shipped, which items have already been shipped, which items have been canceled. So perhaps it was some sort of third-party platform that Stanley was using that bugged out. Who knows? It's hard to imagine being on the actual Shopify platform. It says canceled, and then somebody else on the other side going, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and fulfill this order. What their fulfillment team probably saw was that it wasn't canceled, maybe it wasn't updating, I don't know, just all speculation. As I mentioned earlier, I did get one Stanley Cup for free, and it's the one that I already sold. I didn't include this in the profits because I didn't want to mention this whole Stanley canceling thing until I was able to make a video on this topic. I just didn't want to get in the way of anyone's hustle. I first needed to confirm that this absolutely doesn't work anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make the adjustments to my profit now. Today, we're going for some collectible items. These are pins from James Jean, who is a Taiwanese artist. These are only going to be limited to 500, so it's going to be very, very difficult to get these. But of course, we're definitely going to give it a try. Let's see if I'm able to get these now. Oh my god. Right then. Interesting. And every single one of my orders got canceled. Welp. Alright, ladies and gents, another day, another flip. Today we're gonna be botting some books. What has the world come to? Botter Boy Nova is botting some books. That's a tongue twister. I know nothing about these. As per usual, I just look in the release channel, and if they say, hey, go buy this, it's gonna resell, then I'm gonna go buy it because it's gonna resell. This is expected to be very difficult to cop as the prints are only 67 stock. That would basically be in the impossible difficulty level. However, as far as I know, this isn't a flip that everybody knows about, therefore making our chances of copping a little bit higher, but we'll see. We'll give it a try. Bro, I just went bankrupt. Got like 26 checkouts. So the orders got canceled. Again, no, I am not trying to recreate the Stanley glitch. I really could have made some serious cash if these weren't canceled. In other news, I did make a bulk sale. I sold most of the Jordan 4s that I had on hand. And to be honest, it's a little disappointing. $181.83 in profit. This New York City sales tax is like really owning me, and I'm doing this challenge on hard mode right now. But all is good. We'll go ahead and add that to our profit right over here. I did a bunch of listing, and right away I sold a Denim Tears hoodie for $300 plus shipping. Unfortunately, I have overestimated how much money I can make off of these hoodies, and in fact, these are still in stock on the website as of the date of this recording. So it's been in stock for, I believe, a week at this point, but I'm still able to sell it for $90 over retail, which is amazing. So I'm not gonna complain. And something even more important happened. I got an offer for my Hellstar jacket for $2.5K. 2K. Right away, I was like, sure. And then I sent him like the actual offer on Grailed and he stopped replying. But I still got my hopes up. I really hope he pulls through. Now I'm questioning myself whether or not I made it like way too easy for him. Basically what was going on in my mind was, okay, if he wants to buy this, I'm gonna just send him the offer right away, and maybe it's gonna be like an impulse purchase. I don't know, just try to make it easy for him as a buyer. But now I'm second guessing whether or not that was the right choice. But instead, maybe he's thinking, maybe I offered way too high because this fella accepted my offer without any problems at all. I don't know, I'm freaking psychoanalyzing this guy. This is a lot of money for a single sale, so it's like one of these things. Is there a lesson to be learned out of this? But either way, I will I still got my hopes up. I really hope he pulls through. We got the Supreme North Face collaboration dropping today. Going for these jackets, going for a few waist bags, and I'm also going to be going for these rugby tees. The jackets and the sizes that I'm going to go for are going to be pretty hard to get. Hopefully stock isn't too high, but anyways, let's get to it. Wait, what? I got the extra large in the jacket? No way, bro. What the fuck? Dude, the black rugbies sold out fast as fuck. So that drop went pretty well. This is a total of what I got. And also throughout the day, I copped a bunch of these Foamposite ones. The bigger sizes in particular are doing very well, so I should see a bunch of those coming in. So I've been selling a few denim tiers for not that great profit. They've been going anywhere from $270 to $315. However, these Grailed fees are absolutely killing me, resulting in way lower profit than I would hope, but it is what it is. And I also got these Yeezy pods that came in. Ooh, very nice. You know what's weird about this? This is also another item that is literally in stock for $20. However, people are buying them on eBay for anywhere from $40 to $100 each. Luckily, I bought a few of them, so I think I should be able to make some money off of it. I don't even know why I bought them. It was just like Yeezy shoes for $20. What could go wrong? Let me buy a few of them. Worst case scenario, I use them myself or give them away. I don't know, but seems to be a pleasant surprise that I'm gonna make money off these. We'll see what the future holds. I'm still praying and hoping that this guy who offered $2,500 for this jacket actually pulls through. Or maybe it's a fan that is trolling me. Okay, I'm out. Bye.